Shalom, this is Gabash Ben Yasharala, and before I hop into today's lesson, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise to the Most High in the name of His Son, Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, in the true Paleo-Hebrew tongue. Ka, Halayim, La, Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem, Ha, Rakah, Kwadash, Ma'amaf. Salakia. I want to give a double honor to the apostles and elders of GMS who rule well and teach well. I want to give a double honor to my elder as well, Erwan Ben Yasharala of the Lions Den Camp here in Jacksonville, Florida. And I want to say shalom to the Akamar Four Corners of the Globe, pushing the truth sincerity. And with that being said, this lesson is going into the topic of letting brotherly love continue. And with that in mind, we're members of a spiritual family. Those fighting the good fight of faith with us, that's our spiritual family. That's our Akim, Akhwatim, my brothers and sisters. And basically, we're to look out for each other as such, because it gets deeper than spiritual when it comes to our spiritual family, This is our real family. We got our families of the world, but they don't accept us. A lot of our family members, some people, some people be cool with you regardless, but we have certain family members, friends of this world, they don't accept our walk. They hate that light that we shine. But our spiritual family is shining that same light, that same righteousness that we are. We're striving to obtain the same goals. We're moving in the same direction, walking the straight, gate, narrow way. We're all servants of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, seeking His grace and mercy. And while we might not, and then, we are a family. We're Israel. We're the children of Israel, literally. We're descendants of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, who had his name changed to Israel, who we descended from. So in a sense, we are a family. And our people are the only one that lost that mindset, I was playing Call of Duty, I can't remember which one, but it was a Modern Warfare, and it's this girl over in the Middle East, and every time they soldiers moving, brother, sister, they still got that mindset over there. I know it's a video game, but they had that mindset in real life. And the other nations have that sense of family. It's our people that got destroyed, got in that colonized mindset. But us being gathered by the faith, we all we got in the world full of darkness. Anyone bearing the spirit of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai is of Him. So the way you treat them is the way you treat the Lord. And we're to be mindful of that, because we're fighting the same fight to obtain the same goals. We're serving the same God. We're serving Yahweh in the name of Yahweh Shai. Abiding by His order. We made Him our Father, our authority. And we should treat each other as such. You can't, you just going out your way to please the Father. But you throwing your brothers and sisters under the bus, treating them in any kind of way. He see that. And those are one of His. And it's the scripture, whoso shall offend one of these little ones, it'd be better if you put that millstone around your neck, roughly paraphrasing. And even in the fold, we got to watch how we treat our spiritual family, because the Lord will get on us about that. Especially, because we supposed to know better. The scripture said the man that knew better get beat with many lashes. The man that didn't know, he going to get beat with few lashes. So the 2/3 of our people got judgment regardless. We're to make sure we're not part of that number. And not only are we to, serve Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai with truth and sincerity, we're to let brotherly love continue. Tend to our spiritual family, because those are the ones doing the Lord's work with us. Companions on the battlefield. However you want to look at it. Hebrews 13:1. Let brotherly love continue. It's that simple. Let brotherly love continue. You know, because in the scripture it also says, in the last days, the love of men shall wax old. It's not too much love going on in the world right now. It's all about me, my. You know, a lot of selfish going on, a lot of pride, arrogance, especially amongst our people. You know, even Jake in the world, they'll tell you, oh, our people in the crab pot society. Let me throw my phone on charge, so like you. But yeah, even the 2/3 of our people will tell you, yeah, we in the crab pot society. Our people won't help each other do nothing. Oh, these people will come together and do this. Those people will come together and do that. We can't come together and do nothing. And I had the same conversation with my friends in this world, you know. We can't do nothing because everybody want to be the chief. Don't nobody want to be the Indian, so to speak. But those of the sheepfold, we've been brought back into remembrance of who we are. So we're to let brotherly love continue in dealing with one another. We can't treat our people any kind of way. Respect due to a dog. So how much more love should you have for somebody bearing the spirit of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai? You know? Hebrews 12:46. While he yet talked to the people, behold, his mother and his brethren stood without, desiring to speak with him. Then one said to him, the him is Yahweh Shai, by the way. Yahweh Shai was speaking. Then said Matthew 12:47. Then one said to him, behold, thy mother and thy brethren stand without, desiring to speak with thee. So this is Yahweh Shai's physical, actual family coming to speak with him. You know, they want to rap with him. They want to see him. You know how your family be. But Yahweh Shai, you know, he doing his thing. He's speaking to the people. Matthew 12:48. But he answered and said unto him that told him, who is my mother and who are my brethren? And he stretched forth his hand towards his disciples and said, behold, my mother and my brethren. For whosoever shall do the will of my Father which is in heaven, the same is my brother and sister and mother. That's the point. So we got to be, you know, and there's another scripture that say that too. It says, if you can't put away your mother, your father, your brother, something like that, it says, you're not worthy of the Lord. You know, separate from households. You know, the Lord said he came to divide. Because that's what, when his spirit enters into you, that's what it does. Not to say that that's how Yahweh Shai was doing his people. Basically, what Yahweh Shai was saying was that, hey, man, I'm working right now, man. This is more important than what they got going on. And it was, you know, it's not that he's not rebuking them or nothing like that. He's just saying he busy. He with his family. Matthew 12:50 again. For whosoever shall do the will of my Father which is in heaven, the same as my mother, Salakia, the same as my brother and sister and mother. So we want to be kinfolk to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. Our physical family is cool, but we can't let them, you know, we can't put them before our spiritual family. Even as a man in this world, the family you create is more important than the family you came from. A man's supposed to separate from his mother, his father, cleave to his wife, and they become one flesh. So, us arising and departing from this world, we're cleaving to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. And those striving to do the same thing. Because we're part of a spiritual family. And you know, they say families stick together. You go to these churches and all that, you know, they don't see each other but once a week. They might go to choir rehearsal. They might do whatever. But Yahweh Shai, you know, being brotherly with his, he broke bread with him. He hung out with him. He not like your pastor. He going to his mansion all week. You don't see him. You know, he make an appearance here and there. Oh. Yahushua was with his disciples. They journeyed together and everything else. Talked together, so on and so forth. You know, this is more, it's deeper than just business. Because we not in this fight alone. We soldiers on the battlefield together. Brothers in spiritual arms. Matthew 25 and 34. Then shall the king... Slack you. Matthew 25 and 34. Then shall the king say unto them on his right hand side, Come, ye blessed of my Father, inherit the kingdom prepared for you from the foundation of the world. For I was hungered, and ye gave me meat. I was thirsty, and ye gave me drink. I was a stranger, and ye took me in. Naked, and ye clothed me. I was sick, and ye visited me. I was in prison, and ye came unto me. This is Yahushua talking to those on his right hand side, you know, the elect in that remnant of Israel. When he's prophesying, or he's telling them of what's to come, you know, that come up hither speech, so to speak. And he's telling the people about how they tended to him and nurtured to him and cared for him. And this is how the people responded. Matthew 25 and 37. Then shall the righteous answer unto him, saying, Lord, when saw we thee and hungered and fed thee, or thirsty and gave thee drink? So lucky. Verse 38. When saw we thee a stranger and took thee in, or naked and clothed thee? Or when saw thee sick or in prison and came unto thee? So the people don't know what Yahushua talking about. You know, Yahushua spoke in parables, because not everybody else had eyes and ears to pick up what he was putting down. You know, they couldn't peep the game. You know, those on the left-hand side. But the people wonder what Yahushua talking. We ain't feed you, we ain't clothe you. What you talking about? What you talking about? You know? Verse 40. And the king shall answer and say unto them, Verily I say unto you, inasmuch as ye have done it unto those, Salakia, inasmuch as ye have done it unto one of the least of these my brethren, ye have done it unto me. So, again, we're part of a spiritual family, man. We don't have to physically dress up Yahushua, feed him, tend to him, this, that, and the third, you know. He left us Akim to tend to. He said, if you love him, feed his sheep. So, not only are we tend to our people spiritually, but we're also to tend to them physically, you know. Not, you know, not being in that spirit of Cain. Am I my brother's keeper? You know, he'll basically, you know, he basically asked the Lord, am I my brother's babysitter? Yes. No, I won't say that. No, I'll say, no, we're not our brother's keeper, but at the same time, we are, in a sense, you know. We don't babysit our people, but we make sure they straight. They good. They got everything they need. And on the flip side of that is, you don't be you know, like the elder like to say, you know, this ain't a piggy bank, man. You don't just go around, you know what I'm saying? You don't want that resume. But Matthew 25 and 40 again, and the king shall answer and say unto them, Verily I say unto you, inasmuch as ye have done it unto one of the least of these my brethren, ye have done it unto me also. Oh, Salaki, ye have done it unto me. So by tending to our spiritual family, we tending to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. This work goes deeper than going out here prophesying on the highways and byways, studying and show ourselves approved. We got to be brotherly. You know? It's hard fighting alone. The Lord reserved 7,000 men who wouldn't bow down to Baal. So, roughly paraphrasing. So we got to stick together. That's what That's the mindset of Esau, divide and conquer. Our people don't want to come together, can't trust each other and all that, because that's the mindset Esau has them in. Going into the what's that, man? Willie Lynch letters. Going to the Willie Lynch letters, man. How to make a slave, man. Putting our people against each other. The Lord pulled us out of that mindset. So if nothing else, you can't be. You're supposed to be, you know, comfortable around your family. You're supposed to be able to put your guard down. And if you're not tending to your spiritual family, man, the Lord going, you know, show you the dope. Because how you treat your spiritual family, that's how you treating the Lord. You neglecting your Akim. The Lord see that. But again, don't let yourself get taken advantage of either. You know, if you're going to ask somebody for something, you better real deal need that. Don't just be, you know, and definitely don't be deceitful in it. Yeah, the Lord definitely going to get you for that one. Like, you know what I'm saying? Whoso offend one of these little, the Lord the Lord knows a man's heart. You might run game on Akim. You can't run game on the Lord. And then he'll expose you to the congregation. Yeah, shame you. Then show you the dope. James 2:15, if a brother or sister be naked and destitute of daily food, and one of you say unto them, depart in peace, be ye warmed and filled, notwithstanding ye give them not those things which are needful to the body, what doeth it profit? So you know somebody going through it. You know they you know what I'm saying, they ain't got it all together. They ain't living right. They got something going on. And you dapping them up, telling them be safe, be good, be easy, and you know they living rough right now. What good does that what good does that do them? You ain't did nothing to help them out. We're to you know, build each other up. Not so much physically, but spiritually, you know? Cause you never slack you. Cause you never know, the Lord might turn the tables. You might need to call on the brother for some help, for something, for anything. And you would expect your family to help you when you call on them. So you need to be there to pick up the call. But at the same time, don't let nobody take advantage of you, and don't be out here taking advantage of the congregation. Because the Lord will remove you from the congregation. But again, you know somebody going through it, help them out. Even like me, for instance, I can't do too much of, you know, I can't help you out financially, this, that, and the third, but I'll call you and I'll rap with you on the phone all day, if you're Akim. Because I don't be on the phone for real, but I be on the phone with Akim and get the rapping. But yeah, just checking in on them, just talking. You ain't gotta always, you know, somebody needing help don't always need financial support, some type of carnal stuff. Somebody might just need to vent or something. Don't neglect them of that. The Lord led them to you to be that that release valve, so to speak, so they don't unleash on the world, you know. We're to be here for each other, man. And I'm going to close it out with this one. Proverbs 27:17. Iron sharpeneth iron, so a man sharpeneth the countenance of his friend. So, the same way iron sharpens iron, you want to sharpen a sword, you're going to sharpen it using iron, if it's an iron sword, that is. But, that's the point is, iron sharpeneth iron. So, a man sharpeneth the countenance of his friends. So we're all bearing the spirit of Yahweh B'Shem Yahawashi. We see a brother, he kind of fell off a little bit. You know, he looked like he got something on his mind, we inquire about that. We won't let him deal with that by himself. It was a brother I was so cool with. He had something going on for a little minute, to the point I was finna jack him up and make him tell me what he had going on. Because that's the relationship we had. Now, you don't do everybody like that. You know, it's cause that's the time to, we was on some boxing stuff, I don't just go around here jacking up people. But yeah, I was finna, you know what I'm saying? Cause it was like purely out of concern is what I'm trying to say. You see your brother going through something, even if they trying to act like they not going through something, man. Somebody living some type of way, just check in on them. Lift his countenance back up. We know the Lord didn't give us the spirit of walking around sad, worried, defeated, none of that. We're more than conquerors through him that loved us. And we got to keep, we're to help each other stay in the fight. Keep each other sharp out here. And you see somebody, you know what I'm saying, like a medic on the battlefield, man. Somebody get hit, he coming to the rescue. We fighting the good fight of faith. Soldiers of the soldiers of a Mashiach on the spiritual battlefield, man. Don't be scared to be that medic. That's a better lesson. We're gonna stay with that brother Luck T. But don't be scared to be that medic is what I'm trying to say. Make sure you got your armor on to avoid the fiery darts of Satan. But don't be scared to be that medic. Not even say you coming to the rescue, man. But we not only do we provide healing to our people, but to our Akim. Cause somebody might have went through whatever it was you was going through, and they, they give you some advice to help you through it. And closed mouths don't get fed. That's another thing. Cause some of our people, they'll try to deal with stuff by themselves, for whatever reason. But nah. The Lord said, bring your burdens to him. The Lord gave us wise counsel. He gave us apostles, elders, Akim, to go to in our times of duress. So take it to the Lord first and foremost, and don't be scared to vent to your Akim. We got to keep each other sharp out here, on point, alert, in the right state of mind. But y'all rock this out of the lesson was edifying. Until the next time, I'm going to say shalom.